Hello, everybody. We need to get our lovely Diablo in here. Yes, he's saying hi. I get it. You're excited. Jeez. Yeesh. Can I at least talk to my chat? Can I at least talk to the soups, please? Soups. This is Diablo. My crow. Let's see. Hey, can't stay or even hear what's happening, but thought I'd pop in. Diablo, everybody's got a life. You're just gonna have to deal with that. He's like, no, you can't. He needs to learn a little manners. I'm sorry. Hope stream goes well. Thank you for popping in, Cole. Fire, thank you for the first anti-hero. Overslayer, thank you for the first supervillain. That only leaves first superhero, second superhero, second anti-hero, and second supervillain left. Yes, I keep track of all this, okay? And Shadow took the first superhero. Thank you very much. Hello, Overslayer. Yellow, orange, hi, Fire. How are you? Blue! I don't know why we're saying colors. I said yellow like hello, but yellow first. Ah, okay. It's just a theme. I was actually getting to that, but I had food in my mouth. I am having some pre-cooked chicken. That was made for fajitas, with some jasmine rice. I thought this was like a quick meal to make, so that I can eat it and then stream. But hi, Captain. How are you today? Every once in a while, I'm gonna be like taking from like my lunch, so this is just how it's gonna be. Good. Okay. Gonna make some. I'm gonna let you all know now. This Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be streaming. But Friday, I'm gonna be streaming Goose Goose Duck with some friends. So if you're interested, let me know. For Vegas, be safe and don't drive tired, please. Not safe. So Friday is Goose Goose Duck. Saturday is Gartic Phone. If you don't know what that is, basically think telephone, but with drawing pictures and writing prompts. You write a prompt, you draw something, that person has to describe that picture, which becomes another prompt. Yeah, or Groot. You can translate all that to Groot. Very, very well spoken, Captain. Very well spoken. So, I'm letting you all know this now because I will be streaming those 2 days, and I will be having a whole lot of fun. Why? Because the 28th will be my birthday. Yes, I plan on streaming that day, but I want to stream with friends a little bit before that, so I at least have a party over the weekend. So this weekend for me is going to be chaotic. From 2 streams of fun, and then Sunday night I am going to not Scary Farm. So, whole lot of fun. what am I going to be streaming on my birthday? So far, all I can think of is DBD, because it'll be simpler that way and it'll be a little bit more chill. Who knows? I might just improvise that day. I mean, it'll be my choice. Well, that is all the announcements out of the way, but tomorrow will be some more Persona because I can't get enough Persona. There's always going to be a story game going. But I think after October, I'm going to be putting FNAF a bit on the back burner so I could just focus on Persona and another game I was working on. I'll need to figure out what I was playing this year because boy do I need to make a list of things I was playing this year so that I know if it's finished, done, or not. I got a lot of thoughts. Speaking of a lot of thoughts, today is a special stream. We are doing a tier list stream. Yes. Don't mind me. I was testing something. I have no idea who this is. To be fair, this guy looks like somebody from Megaminds. I don't even know if it's the same. It's not. I don't think that counts. So he's gonna be probably in the forgotten section unless somebody tells me otherwise. But yeah. So here's how this is gonna go. Oh, by the way, I finally figured out the problem with the chat in the display scene that we're all in right now. For some reason, like a picture, it was overlapping the chat. So I put the chat first, and it didn't change much of the display, only that we all can now see the chat now. Yay! Yay, we figured things out. I have been an adult today. I have done chores. I have been checking on people that I can confirm about Friday and Saturday. I have been very busy, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. So I made a list of them. I made notes, but I'm gonna read them to you. I am putting them in a tier list based off of at least 3 different categories, mainly of different categories. Basically 3 categories mainly. There it is. Words. One being power. It can be magical, it can be skill. It would depend on the villain and what they're capable of. Whether physically, mentally, all works. We need just broaden your horizons with strength and with power, strength, whatever. The other category is intimidation / reputation. Some villains can walk into a room, you immediately feel intimidated. Others have a reputation, and that's enough. So they kind of go hand in hand a little bit. Because if you're intimidated, it means you hurt their reputation. So that's kind of why they both are in the same category. They're villains. They don't exactly play nice. And the last category being probably a major factor, their overall master plan. So let's, for example, Dr. Doofenshmirtz has many master plans, but none of them exactly work. Okay. 99% of the time, they don't work. There's that 1% chance that it usually works, but there's a twist. So we'll see. And I put so here's a couple of things we can do. We can rename all the tier list or just keep them at A, B, C, or D. For right now, I think I'll keep them at A, B, C, or D. And go into... First of all, I'm going to adjust chatting screen. for a second because I want to go into a little call. Because if anybody wants to, they can go into the reading room, tell me, and then I'll bring them in. That way it'll be more interactive that way. So, and it'll be fair. It's Inception! Yeah, there was a few bonus things I had, which is like funny moments, smart strats, and style. That will also contribute into that. And you are also free to give any sort of comments whatsoever. This one I don't mind showing on display, because all I'm doing is this. Until somebody comes into the chat, comes into the call. So, we shall see. But first... Just making sure to have like somebody's up. Cool. Alright. Mind you, some of these pictures may be hard to see. And personally for me, I cannot see this one for the life of me, so... I don't have any clues to who that is. Is that from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? I think. That's a long forgotten Disney. That's a long forgotten Disney movie. Like, long forgotten. Like, even the ride itself at Disneyland has been replaced by something else. That's enough to tell you how forgotten it is. So, immediately, where did that thing go? Oh, there it is. It's going in this category. Forgotten for too long. Alright. Oh yeah, I should also have put like how long it's been since some of these villains have been seen. I don't know why this is there. If we're talking about Bambi 2, I have not seen it. And I don't understand why the Hunter would probably be the better option for Bambi than this, so again. Again, I can barely tell who that is. Like, I can't even tell. This guy, also going there. Let's make it easier and go like this. I think he's from like not like Jack and the Beanstalk, but like Mickey, Donald, and Goofy and the Beanstalk. That makes sense. Oh my gosh. Again, this guy is really hard to see. But I have no idea who that guy is either. So if I don't know who that guy is, it's immediately going to F. Let's see. I think this one's from Dumbo. As for this guy, it doesn't ring any bells, but he looks very familiar. It's probably from an older, one of the older Disney movies. Kind of like this guy here. But I don't really know whatsoever. This guy, I know for a fact that's Headless Horseman. It's from Ichabod Crane, I think. It's technically from a myth, so. Just looking at all the ones I either don't know or I can just yeet right away. Okay. It has been way too long since I've seen Dinosaur. I do not remember much except that it existed. So technically, the only thing I do remember is that they were one just wanted food. Either way, I think it was more survival, which is like something. It sucks, but hey, it does. The circle of life is brutal for a lot of reasons. And again, this guy looks like somebody from Megamind, not Disney. So again, we'll put you a D. And let's put these at D. These are not set in stone. What the heck? Is that the virus from Ralph Breaks the Internet? Basically. I forget what that movie. But yeah, it's like Ralph Breaks the Internet or something. I know about that guy. I know who that is. Okay. These are Pinocchio related. This guy, we'll put him at D. Mainly because I don't know where he's from. I think this guy is the big bad wolf, which we can talk about. Okay. Kakamora, I think. Tamatoa. Fire Lady. Don't remember her name. Not very well, anyway. Cool. Okay. Let's start, shall we? Oh. There we go. And it should be... let's say purple. Oh no. This one needs to be blue. There you go. This one's going to be purple. Pedal Gun, thank you for the follow. Came from Coco's Discord. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. I'm actually just getting started with putting Disney Villains in a tier list. And technically, I could add like this one. Like, I'm just gonna put him in the Too Far Forgotten. Technically, these two would also qualify for this, but the only reason these guys are up here is I kind of remember a little bit. The only thing I don't remember is the plot of the movie very much. The only thing I can think of is probably survival. That was the only thing I can remember. I can barely remember this guy's face and like him being put in a bad light for some reason. I mean, this guy's a T-Rex. He's a freaking T-Rex. He's like a carnivore. Of course he's going to eat anything in sight that's involving meat. But, this is just a placeholder for who should I as to who is first, and I'm going to put in here. But, how are you? How was your day? Don't mind me eating. I'm kind of eating my lunch right now. I've been very focused on other things. Alright. So, let's start with Evil Queen, aka Queen Grimhild. Yes, that is her actual name. Disney has a habit of doing that thing where they have a name, but the public doesn't use it. Doing alright. And you're fine. Everyone's gotta eat. Yep, everyone's gotta eat. Alright. 3 categories that I'm putting them that will help determine their tier list. Determine their tier is power, whether it be magical, whether it be non-magical, it still counts. However you interpret power, we're working with it. Second category, intimidation/reputation. You get intimidated because you either know they're bad or you've heard that they're bad. Either way, it works. And the last category being their overall master plan. So, let's discuss. First of all, power level. Technically speaking, Queen Grimhild has political power. She is a freaking queen by right. Number 2, she's technically an alchemist. You don't see her do any magical spells off-right except talking to the magic mirror, which some people theorize could be somebody from I'm Back. Hi, Overslayer. How are you? If anybody's free and wants to hop into my Discord and wants to hop into a call while they want to discuss things with me, they can with this. Just let me know so that you're not stuck in the waiting room for hours. So right, power, intimidation/reputation. So intimidation, but reputation also counts as well. And their overall master plan. So, first of all, power. Queen Grimhild is technically a queen, so political power. 2, she's technically more of an alchemist than a witch, is what I would argue. She interacts with a magic mirror, and she makes more potions. And I think she made a potion that, yeah, she did. I burnt my fingers today. Oh no, what happened? Why did you burn your fingers? That was an accident. Gotta be careful.
Is she from Snow White?
Yes. She's from Snow White, commonly known as the Evil Queen. She is the first Disney supervillain, and she will be the first to be sorted. So power-wise,
I'd rank her at B.
yeah, her power, not that much. Intimidation. Let's be honest.
Actually, I was trying to burn my fingerprints off, currently running from the authorities.
Overslayer, I know you're trolling me right now.
As you do.
But, dude. Really? You don't know who's watching, man. So, intimidation power from Evil Queen. I wouldn't say much. Citizens are probably scared of
I'm
her.
predicting you burnt your fingers trying to cook lunch. Got Channel 4 of the news.
Are you serious or are you just trolling me? Let's move on to her master plan. She's basically, all she's doing is murdering her own child, her, stepchild. She's basically, a royal evil queen. Like a evil royal stepmother. Because I
Channel
don't remember... Are you serious, Overslayer? You're not trolling me? Because you've been known to
Her
troll me.
master plan is just to murder Snow White. That it she has intimidation, but not a lot else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's more like a Mean Girls plot. Oh my gosh, she's so prettier than me. I'm going to go kill her. I'm gonna go kill her and put her under a freaking ditch. I mean, come on, we're all thinking it, okay? Is that...
I'd say B for now, and then we can change it later.
Good idea. So, I would agree with that. We're probably gonna change hers later, but it's a good start.
CHHANEL4.
You keep saying that, so I'm thinking you're dead serious. Oop, I forgot we're on display mode. Whoops. It's okay, it's on my Discord. So, I gotta remember to not do that on... It's okay. I can all be trusted here. Alright. Let's not do her just yet. Lady Tremaine. We'll do her next. And then Corolla. Alright. Lady Tremaine, first of all, she doesn't have any magical power. She's just a bitch. Then go to a different news channel then? Overslayer? What? Overslayer, can you tell me what the heck is going on with you? Okay. Technically, with Lady Tremaine, or aka the evil stepmother from Snow White. No. Evil stepmother from Cinderella. My gosh. Rank C or D, mid power, good intimidation, depending on where she is, and then okay master plan. Yeah, let me just roll through it. But I totally agree. She doesn't have any power, but let's take into effect, she did marry into a rich family. She does have, high class status, but that's about it. As far as intimidation goes, she has
Robbery Super Cat 10.
What? Robbery on channel... What?
and a charge of manslaughter.
What are you talking about, Overslayer? You're talking about Channel 4 and now robbery and manslaughter. I'm wondering if you're
I
talking...
am just going to ignore Overslayer as of RN.
For right now, I just don't know what Overslayer's talking about right now. But yeah. Anyway. So, intimidation? We'll say she has, like,
Fine
high...
also Petal Gun wrong, it was breakfast not lunch. But C or D is my opinion.
Oh. Okay.
I can spell.
It's okay. It happens. So I say she has high intimidation, because Cinderella's, like, intimidated by her to a degree. As a master plan is concerned, she wants her daughters to marry into a rich family or of high status. That's kind of unfortunately, that's actually typical in rich families of that time. Along with the fact of how she treats Cinderella, it's not that surprising. If you watch Bridgerton, you technically can get a little insight as to something like that. So, personally, for me, she's not, like, between these two, she doesn't have that much authority as much as she does. I would put her at a C right now. I don't remember these two very much, so they're going at a D for that reason. Corella. Okay. 1, she is an entrepreneur, I think. She's a fashion designer. 2, she's a well-known fashion designer, I think, in her world. And 3, she will go crazy for a design. That being said, in terms of power, she did pay off 2 guys to go finish off the job. So I say, in terms of influence, she's got some connections. In terms of intimidation, the only thing she intimidates is a bunch of dogs, at best. And even the animals around her were not even that intimidated when they all, like, got together. And her master plan is just to make a frickin' coat. Just to, like, make a frickin' coat out of real damnation for her. Her name, Corella Deville. Corella Deville. Corella Deville. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. She's like a spider waiting for the kill. Corella Deville. I would put her at a C for the moment. She's not... We were thinking the same thing, Petal. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop. I can't help it. I can't help it. Well, at least it's on my Discord and nothing else. So. Right. Alright. I think we're ready for some top hitters right now. Maleficent. First of all, she has magic. That gives her a bit of an advantage. 2, she's known as the freaking mistress of all evil, and damn well proves it. For one thing, she has magical ability. She's a freaking dark fairy, technically. Let's mix things up a bit. Her overall master plan, I believe, she would place a curse on Aurora, meaning she wants Aurora dead, because, or at least like their plan to not succeed. So technically dead, because she wasn't invited to the christening. She wasn't invited to a party. Like, to go off power, she is an instant S. Oh yeah, definitely S. With power alone, she can turn to a dragon. She can make a garden of thorns appear before a castle. That's enough to intimidate anybody. Intimidation alone, she just showed up in a room and everyone was on edge. That's enough to tell you she has a freaking high intimidation just by walking in a freaking room. Now, if we go by Angelina Jolie's portrayal, I think even the king was even intimidated by her. Like, you just walk
That's
into a
why I
room.
say at least an A.
I would argue S. Intimidation makes it to where she's freaking, like, people are very intimidated by her. Her power level is up. Her plan was just because she didn't get invited to a party. That's the only thing. Imagine if it was like a serious threat, like, I don't know, something she cared about the very most. Imagine what, like, she will go then. That makes me think she's at least an S tier for me. How intimidated would you personally be by if she walked into your room right now? Very. Very. How would you feel? She can literally, like, kill you with just a frickin' spindle, or at least put you to sleep. Okay. I don't remember these two very much from Pinocchio, but I do remember I want to do these two before them for her. They were technically strangers to Pinocchio, and all they did was just lure him away from school. They really don't have much of anything. Intimidation factor, not really. Reputation-wise, I would rank them at a D. They're more like sidekicks, if anything else. Somebody made popcorn. That's why my nose is going crazy. Ursula. Okay. Let me think about this. Ursula is a sea witch. So she has magic powers. She is technically Triton's sister, I believe. Ursula's a powerful until you get a shit. True. Especially when she had the Triton. So power level was, I'd say she's about same as Maleficent, if anything else. I mean, if you look at the suns, there's a reason why they're kind of similar. Intimidation-wise, hold on, I think. One moment, people. Yep, we're doing that. This will give me a chance to think about it. Whoa. I didn't know if I took a hydrate, so I did. I'm back. Alright. So, hey. He was the performer from Pinocchio, using Pinocchio, like, to get sales and everything, so... Not exact. He's a businessman. But, I'm going by plan alone. It's not that... It's simple. Doesn't really have that much, like, power of anything else. Intimidation, yes. I'd say at least a C. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a little talk about this guy. What the heck? Is that supposed to be Zeus? It's not the Zeus from Hercules. It's gotta be Zeus from, like, Fantasia or something. We'll go by the mythological one for this one. And for Hades, we'll go by the actual movie. Just to make sure they're not the same. But in this case, was he S? Not really. He's more of an asshole of anything else. Manipulative at most in most lore. We'll put him under D. Mainly because he's a D. Yes, I just made that joke. Okay. Alright. This guy's from Pinocchio, and by far one of the few Disney villains, maybe one of the only Disney villains, that actually... Let's go with one of the few. One of the few Disney villains that actually managed to get away with his crimes. His plan was simple. Lure boys onto an island, make them go crazy. One moment. I'm being needed. Oh my word. Wow, that mic is so strong right now. Sorry. My aunt's cat made an escape attempt. So we had to bring her back in. Alright. So he's actually one of the few that got away with his plans, which was to turn boys into donkeys, make sure they couldn't talk, which by the way already traumatic as hell, and sell them off into the market. I say beef just by that alone. When the boys get turned into donkeys, they are very intimidated by him. Monstro is just a big giant whale. A literal giant whale. Dude, just because he's a giant whale, it's force of nature. He'll just gobble anything up in sight. Ah, yes. the mops or brooms from Sorcerer's Apprentice. They don't really have a plan. All their plan is just to fill up that part of water and not stop. Which already causes to drown the place. I'd say a C. I mean, they're literally powered by magic, but that doesn't mean they have it. I think this is Cinnabog? Or, the Disney equivalent of the devil. And I don't think it's clear what... The only thing I can think of is that he just wants to brings the demons out to dance, to be mischievous. But that also means it's terrifying, and he's like super freaking gigantic. For Kingdom Hearts, she's a bit more intimidating. I'm gonna place him in a B. Because he is powerful. He is intimidating. But his plan's a bit weak. To my knowledge, anyway. We can do this now. This guy's from Dumbo. This guy's from Three Little Pigs. Pretty much the Beanstalk. And a Halloween classic. The the Headless Horseman from Ichabod Crane. Alright. This dude has a mistreatment of animals. He mistreats animals, as far as I remember. Which technically also, I think, people make fun of Dumbo, and I don't know if he started it. I'm putting him at D because he's just a jerk. He's not like an evil villain, he's just a jerky villain. The Big Bad Wolf. It's technically from a story. And all he's trying to do is eat Three Little Pigs. A wolf's gotta eat. His master plan? It was more of a C. Power level. The only thing he has is like really freaking strong lungs to at least knock down hay and sticks. While he couldn't knock down bricks. Which is fair because you can't do that. So He has a bit of intimidation factor when the pigs finally meet him. Oh, they're at an ad. I will eat my popcorn while I wait. Welcome back, everybody. Before you all were on the break, I was just eating my popcorn. So, I'm putting the big bad wolf at a C. Strong lungs, yes. He's just trying to survive. Actually, move him down to a D. He's just literally trying to survive, and he gets his comeuppance in the end. Like, kind of just dorky. This guy's the giant. I don't remember much about what his plan was, nor what he did. So, since it's not that memorable, we'll put him at a D. Learning from my mistakes. Nobody in there. Alright. The Halloween classic tale of the Headless Horseman. All he's really looking for is a head. Dark as it may seem, he still needs a head. Technically speaking, we're gonna say he has a bit of power just because, logically speaking, if you don't have a head, you probably shouldn't be alive right now. Excuse me, there was a frog in my throat for some reason. If you don't have a head, you can't be alive at that point, so we'll just say he has some sort of mystical power. Or something of mysticism to where he apparently can be resurrected from the dead, maybe? Or at least he comes back in the middle of the night looking for his head. I mean, he's from a freaking ghost tale. Like a ghost story. Intimidation alone, pretty high. And he's looking for a freaking head. That's at least putting him to a B. Lucifer the cat. Lucifer is a freaking jerk of a kitty. Not like the kitty in this house. She's just a sweetheart. Lucifer, however, is not. I think Lucifer's main goal is to get the mice. Probably eat the mice. In Cinderella 2, he tries to clean up his act for a female cat, but they both ended up hunting the mice, and the mice go back on their word, making it to where Lucifer went back to his old ways. So you can't say that he didn't try to clean up his act, but still. Doesn't really have any power whatsoever. It's just a cat. The only thing that their mice are intimidated by him, but they're smart enough to outmaneuver the cat, so it's not by much. I'm bumping him to a C, because he is technically a jerk. Ooh, Drusilla and Anastasia. In the first Cinderella movie, they were bitches to Cinderella. Bossy, rude. They tore up her dress like you would see in Mean Girls. See, they may not have power, but they do have or an intimidation. But man, do they have a bitchy side. Red Queen. Oh, wait. That's technically somebody else. I think that's the Queen of Hearts. From Wonderland. Queen of Hearts is my way or the highway. Literally. You get in her way, you have an opinion of your own. You so much as breathe without her permission. Me exaggerating here. Or even paint the roses red. It will be off with your head. I don't think her overall plan is really known. The only goal towards the end of the movie is that she wants to kill Alice. But off with her head. I thought I heard the cat crying. She's probably lonely. See. She's still technically a queen and has authority. Her plan is pretty weak. Intimidation, bit high. Then we have Captain Hook. His main goal, Captain Hook's goal, is to get off the island, get off Neverland, I think, and also to kill Peter Pan. As far as intimidation goes, I don't think any one of his pirates are that intimidated by him. Her children aren't even that intimidated by him, so That kind of sucks. So he has very low intimidation. As far as reputation goes, I don't think people care that much about that either. I'm gonna have to vacuum this room. As terms of power, he's still a captain. He has like military rank, so they still do what he says, despite the fact that they probably are sick and tired of being in Neverland. So he's still got pretty good skills in terms of like figuring out how to track down Peter, which by using Tinkerbell against Peter, pretty much manipulating her feelings. That's still a technical strat. And I did say like bonuses like funny moments or strats or even like smart strats or even style. And she fit style. She would fit style because she turns herself into Vanessa, and that shows alone how she's got style. She's overdone it with style. Excuse me. Alright. Let's put him in the bees. Okay. Okay. Siamese cats. They're cats. They're mischievous. They're not that much. The only reason why Lucifer's higher, he's a freaking jerk. All they're doing is messing around and maybe trying to eat the bird or the goldfish or maybe intimidating the baby. And get Lady from Lady in the Tramp into trouble. Again, mischievous. Lucifer, on the other hand, is technically helping either the Anastasia or just like, I wouldn't say helping, but he's pretty much a jerk to everybody except for Tremaine. So Siamese cats are just, honestly, they're not that intimidating. Their plan is just mischievous at best. And they're cats. Not that much. The rat. This is the rat from Lady and the Tramp. Lady sees the rat and tries to get everybody's attention. Intimidation factor alone is high. Because Lady is intimidated because she is a dog. She cares about her owner's family. And she wants to do everything she can to protect her family. So of course she's going to be ballistic and basically cry to the rooftop saying, "Hello!" And on this, I actually am going to add another rank. And that's the ease. And I'm just going to put you in purple. I mean, no, we'll put you at blue. Light blue this time. And then You're going to E. You're going to E. You're going to E. He's a giant. You'll stay at D. Cat, stay here. You're actually going to go down here a bit. You're going to stay there. You're just a whale. You're just trying to survive, but you at least... You're going to stay there. So any of the jerks will be in D for obvious reasons. These are too far forgotten for me, but I still remember them, so they're staying at E. Cool. Alright. As for rat, rat goes in E. It's just a rat. Madam Mim. Technically, Merlin's rival. But she's not really that. She's mischievous. She's chaotic at best. Like, I don't know what her overall plan was, nor do I remember what her overall plan was. So I'm just gonna put her in E, just because it's been that long. Kai, I think this is Kai the Snake. The best ability he has is actually hypnotism, which is kind of a scary thought. Oh, we're now exposed. Gully is playing that game. Sorry, Gully. So basically, his only ability is hypnotism, which is kind of effective against humans. And his intimidation power, he's technically a snake. Like, I don't think the animals are that intimidated by him. But in terms of, like, realistically, he is a snake. He is still intimidating. But he's kind of a low villain at best, because the only thing he wants to do is eat the freaking human. Which is Mowgli. He ends up kind of helping Mowgli, but also kind of, we'll say, manipulate him as well. Like, control him. Using a song. So, we'll put him at E. Like, not that very good. He's I think he's Lou. Like, Lou, the king of the monkeys, or the king of the apes. His plan is to learn fire. So basically he wants to control fire, to be like a human, I guess. Intimidation, I think he's a bit intimidating. Reputation-wise, I don't remember. Let me think. Powers, he's still like, but he's a monkey, he's an ape, still like, he's still got influence over like the ape population. Let's put him at D. Kai, Shere Kong, the tiger. Now he, everyone's intimidated by him, so intimidation is high. Powers, he's a tiger. That still means he's a bit dangerous. Like, I wouldn't go near a tiger. And if we're going by that logic, we're putting him higher, because I wouldn't go near a snake. I wouldn't piss off at least a orangutan. He looks kind of like a orangutan. As for a tiger, he pretty much wants to kill Mowgli. Everybody's intimidated by him. And as for power, he's got, like, you could say the strength of a tiger. He's got claws. I would put him in a C. Just by the intimidation factor. And the fact that he wants to kill a human. So, yeah, that alone would put him in a C. Okay, this one. That guy's from Aristocats. And the movie starts off with the owner saying, I want to put all of my wealth and power to my cats. What does he do? He gets rid of the cats. He gets rid of the cats so that he would be the next in line. Plan alone? Sloppy. Very sloppy. Why is it sloppy? Think about it. I mean, the Aristocat, the owner is still gonna die. The cats are not gonna do anything with it. So all that he had to do is take care of her cats. And he would basically own the fortune himself. So, and that would depend on if Duchess and anybody else. Like, the other thing is, the cats can't necessarily speak to humans. It's not really shown, nor is it really like, it's just kind of like, they don't talk, but like animals speak in their own language. And they understand each other. They just don't understand human. Or maybe they do, they just don't acknowledge that they can talk as well. And this is the thing, it's like, if the animal kingdom doesn't reveal their oh yeah, by the way, we're intelligent beings, we've been talking for years. That would have been a different scenario. But aristocrats only speak cat, only speak animal. He couldn't have just waited to take care of them and then use the money then. But no, he spends the whole entire time trying to get rid of the cats, being utterly freaking dumb. Intimidation, 0. Power, not really. He's got barely any. We're putting him in E. In E. For that reason. What's his face? This guy's from Robin Hood. And technically, he is a knight. Or he is a captain. Some people are intimidated by him. His intimidation's not that great. As a power, he's still got influence over the guards and stuff, so technically speaking. As for plan, he just works with the king. But he does like to capture Robin Hood, so let's put him at D, because he is technically a jerk. Oh, the king. This king is pretty much a coward. And will suck his thumb. So, intimidation is low, because you can't really take that guy seriously. Not really. At least this guy has some intimidation factor, just because he will commit to his goals. He, on the other hand, is a coward at best. And let's see, power-wise, he's still technically a king, so he's got political power. Intimidation-wise, it's not that intimidating because he's technically a coward. And his plan, he's pretty much a selfish little brat. He just wants to use the money for himself and not share any of it with the poor. This alone he's a weak villain, a very weak villain at best. There we go. This woman from The Rescuers. Her master plan is to kidnap a child so that child can get to a diamond. But I don't know for how long she's kept the child there. So, in terms of getting the child to cooperate, not very strong, very, very weak. like, she had to go resort to trying to take the bear in order to intimidate, which kind of bumps her up a little bit, but that's not much. Let's see. Power-wise, she's got some, but not much. Intimidation, master plan. Honestly, she goes here. Like, yeah, she committed some stuff. Like, but pretty much her plans got outdone by a bunch of mice. By 2 mice and a child. That doesn't make her that strong. This guy is a poacher. Now, this puts him right up there with Clayton, who is another poacher. So let's put the poacher boy. Let's put the poacher man together. There we go. Let's put them together. Both of them are poachers. His plan, I don't remember that much. Oh yeah, I remember now. Didn't take me that long to forget. It took me that long to remember. He wanted to sell the golden eagle. So trying to almost commit an extinction of a species. Mistreated animals, basically his own pet. It was, I think, a Komodo dragon. As far as power, he's got resources. He's got like all of his gadgets and stuff that he has with him to try to capture certain animals. So he's resourceful, at least. But he doesn't like having magical powers or anything, and he's just got the strength of a man. In his case, not that strong. As for plan, it's mainly just to get rich with an eagle. That's it. And basically commit some murder with a child. So let's bump that a bit, because he does try to commit murder with a child. I'd say that at least moves him to a C. Clayton. Ho 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 ho. One of the darker Disney villains to have pretty much confirmed his death. If you didn't know, might not want to look at the shadow behind the sword, because his shadow gets cast into the tree, and you see how he died. Fun fact, I never paid attention to that part. I was paying attention to the sword more than the background. Gotta look. For some reason, that's why I was never scarred by that scene. Don't know why. When I saw the video and they pointed out years later, I finally saw it. I'm like, oh shit. How have I never noticed that until now? Gotta love my little kid brain. Alright, so, first of all, he is in a rush to just find some gorillas. He just wants to find gorillas because he's in a hunt. He's a hunter. He was told specific times not to like go hunting or killing anything. But he tries to several times. Or at least tries to, find the gorillas or go hunting or whatever. He thinks trying to teach Tarzan English or understanding of humans is a waste of time. Which, technically speaking, it would be a little bit impossible, because you have to kind of learn grammar at a very young age. And Tarzan's like probably well in his 20s at least, from the looks of it. So, tries to hunt. He's trying to take all of the gorillas and well, seldom. As far as so, he's basically a jerk to Tarzan. He was a jerk to Tarzan, he was a jerk to everybody. Works his way to the nest and tries to take all of the gorillas. Tries to kill Tarzan, now that I remember correctly. So let's see. Let's see. Attempted murder. That would be attempted murder, poaching, and being a royal class jerk. Despite the fact that his intimidation factor alone, when he is like in the middle. But as far as resources go, he is freaking resourceful. He does have some influence over people when he's trying to get like the poaching stuff done. So let's put him to a B. Because he does kind of work his way from manipulation to. So he did technically manipulate Jane and the professor. He technically tricked Tarzan. He, like, is a bit more of an intimidating poacher than this guy. All he got was a bird. He tried to get the whole freaking, like, family and like, clan of gorillas. Like, I don't know about you, but sure, an extinct bird or something, but a whole pack of, like, gorillas? Yeah, that says a lot about his intimidation factor. And how far Clayton is willing to go. Okay. This guy. Copper's father. I will say he is only a human being. He is a hunter. That's what he does. But he has tried to kill the fox for several times, and I'd say in terms of compared to everyone else, he's just trying to survive. He doesn't want Fox anywhere near Copper. Yeah, he doesn't want the Fox and the Hound to be anywhere near each other. He's pretty much an E just because he's just a dude and a hunter, and he's just like a jerk. He's like one of those jerks, like one of those next door neighbors that's basically a hunter. He's just an old man saying, "Get off my lawn!" Like, yeah. Okay, not that surprising. I never looked at him as like a powerful villain, just like a jerk at best. Horned King. Power? He's make it powerful. Intimidation off the charts. His master plan was to find the cauldron, raise an army of the dead, and, well, I think go conquest it or something. The fact that he was terrifying as hell and goes to any lengths at least puts him at an A. His intimidation factor alone is high. I mean, people got scared by this dude when it came out. That's enough to have a chill. Ratigan. Slimy, contemptible sumo rat. The rat version of... Crap. I am blanking today. Let's try the Halloween. I don't mind showing this. Because this is maybe this. I don't think it exposes anything. Nope, it does not. Okay, cool. If it was, I would have been very, very sad. Cool. I had to do it something different than before. Alright. Ratigan wants to rule England. Okay, pretty good goal. That puts him in a high for master plan. As far as intimidation, other people are intimidated by him. If you say rat, like, he will get pissed, and that's when everybody gets a little bit intimidated by him. So he has a bit of intimidation. Powers concerned, I'd say he's resourceful. He does pull some clever tricks on Basil. He does go a little overboard with how to kill Basil. But when he does go all, like, rat instinct, I think that is a bit intimidating. I think even Basil's a little bit scared by him, but he does have to do what he can to survive. Let's put him in the middle. He is smart. Like, he does have other people do his dirty work a little bit. Yes, these two dogs. They're technically a jerk. They were technically jerks. They did fight off against other dogs of the homeless guys. We'll say pack. Or gang. Making it very annoying. So... I just remembered who that guy is now. He's from Bolt. He goes at E. He's from Bolt. I barely remembered his face. Because it's been so long since I've seen Bolt. That's why I didn't remember. I didn't remember him existing in the movie at all. Then it just occurred to me, I remembered the scene where he was trying to pitch something to Penny, and she was just like, no, I'm done. Which, good for her. These two were far more than jerks, so a little bit more off of the D. Let's put them at D right now, but I'd put them higher. So I put them, like, close to Zeus. I put him a little bit past these two. I put her... He's a freaking giant, so let's just put him close to Zeus. You know, mythology-wise and all. This guy... Meh. Yeah, same with him. We'll just put him with them. Cool. Sykes. Alright. Number one, I think he's a businessman, but like a corrupt businessman. Two, he does take a hostage and basically does demand money. And he did the same thing with a homeless person. And I don't know about you, trying to, like, make a person pay their money off if they're homeless is kind of low and despicable. Power-wise, I think he has resources. Intimidation? Pretty high. He is a jerk. He is... like... it makes me sick thinking about him because he is literally despicable. I don't think he treats the child that very well. Nor does he treat he doesn't. Nor does he treat the homeless guy he's after pretty well either, and threatens to kill him several times. He's at C for me. Alright. Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff. Gotta put this guy, and then... Well, technically, you king. And then the Hydra came before the Titans. Which kind of makes it... that. Cool. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright. Gaston wants to marry Belle. He will kill Beast for it. He will send a mom for it, which leads him to more... is very persuasive. People look up to him because he's a hunter. He's more experienced in a fight, which makes the most sense if you think about it. I have to make sure about something. Let me check. Nobody in the waiting room. Alright. I'm gonna put it at just chatting. Mainly just so I don't have to keep repeating the same mistake. Nobody's in this call. So I'll just go with TTS. That way I don't have to worry about it. So, let's go back to this. So, in terms of power, he is persuasive. And he does have strength. Like, he's physically strong. He knows how to hunt, which is why this guy's a bit higher. This guy's just a... he's an amateur compared to him at best. Gaston... I'm putting him at B. Because he did try to kill the beast. So he almost succeeded in his goal to kill the beast. But he also did slack in his attempt to persuade to have Belle marry him. I'm gonna put on some lotion while we're talking. Jafar. I feel like Jafar is right up there. I think he's an A tier. Power alone, he already had at least some form of power by at least hypnotizing the king to do what he pleases. Which alone, still skilled. He was resourceful and smart. He was very well educated in terms of how to find the Cave of Wonders. He tried to find a loophole, trying to be the king of Agrabah, or the Sultan of Agrabah. There we go. He did become an all-powerful genie, and also a powerful sorcerer. So we'll say power level high. Intimidation, reputation is strong. Not so much intimidation, but he has a very high reputation, which is why I put reputation and intimidation together. As far as master plan is concerned, that's not a bad goal. Trying to control Agrabah and then being able to control the world. Being an all-powerful genie is a bit of a bonus. He gets into A tier for me. Hyenas. Okay, let's make things clear. They're not anywhere near E or D for me. 1. Their only goal is to eat. Because they are in the elephant graveyard trying to scramble for survival because of the fact that the lions just kicked them out over there. They do not care how they get their meat. They just want the meat. And they did devour and kill Scar. So they're not exactly sidekick. They're not minion material. They're more like darker villains in the background you don't think about. I put them at least at a B tier because they do eat Scar. They kill Scar. And they did aid and abet Scar in killing Mufasa. So, to me, they deserve a B tier just because they may be minions at best, but they're still technically villains. They still committed to their goal of survival, and they still killed him. What a Shakespearean send-off. Oh, this is why I said few. Scar technically is one of the only few villains besides him that also got away with their plan and managed to succeed in that plan. So technically, Jafar succeeded in his plan, which is to kill Mufasa and take over Pride Rock. Done. Destroys the circle of life, but done. Intimidation? He says it himself. He lacks in brute strength, he makes up for in brains, which means his power doesn't have any magical power, he just has authority and brains, meaning he's smart. So I'd say power level's decent. Because power is also like strength. You could be physically strong, you could be mentally strong, you could be anything. So you could be manipulating at best. So if you can manipulate it, pretty good. Scar did manipulate Simba and gaslight him a few times. He did try to kill Simba. He tried and succeeded in killing Mufasa himself. So, let's see. Honestly, let's give Scar the A treatment. Yep, let's give him the A treatment. It's not Carnal Wish, though. I don't think. I think he's Prime Minister or something. Let me look up his name. I don't remember. Governor John Ratcliffe. Why are there so many Johns? There's so many Johns in this. I'm not even kidding. There's like a John Smith in the same movie. And John 2. Yeah, John 2. No, in Pocahontas 2. There's 2 different Johns. And now there's a third. Because they're the 2. There's John Radcliffe. And then there's John Smith. And then there's whatever the other John was in Pocahontas 2. So technically speaking, we'll go by the first one since I have a bit of a memory with that one. Radcliffe's main goal is to just set up a civilization and find gold. But they don't find gold there because I don't think they're in California because the gold was at the west and he was towards the east side of the country of the United States. That was even before the United States were even formed. So I'd say Radcliffe. He did technically instigated a war. He did technically instigate a war between Pocahontas's tribe, the Native Americans. This is a very, very delicate subject right now. And, like, the townsfolk, we'll say. So he did that. I think he wounded John Smith, like nearly killed him, and basically intimidation factor not there. Power, political wise, he does. We'll put him at a C. Because he's not that much. He's not like Maleficent over here. No. He's just, he's just a politician that wants to get rich quickly. Oh boy. Frollo. He's pretty much committed every freaking sin in the book in that movie. That fact alone puts him higher on this list. He has killed people. Yes, killed innocent people. Pretty much targeted a specific group of people, so basically committing a hate crime. In today's age, it would be considered a hate crime. So let's see. Power-wise, he has authority. Technically a church authority. And back then, people presumed the church to be of a similar authority to, like, kings, queens, and all that sort, because people cared about religion in those days. Not sure they have the same authority now. Probably not. But he was a pretty influential person. He's an influential person in the movie. And he's pretty much committed so many crimes it's hard to name. So his master plan was really to get rid of all of the gypsies, all the group of people. So, like I said, committing hate crimes. And also attempting to kill Esmeralda or have her be his woman, if that gives you any clue. So, lust. So basically, power, he has authority. Reputation, strong reputation that can be intimidating to other people. And as far as master plan is concerned, his master plan really is like a bunch of plans rolled up and together. Basically, trying to target a group of people and seeing them to be non-existent. Trying to kill Quasimodo. Trying to kill Esmeralda if she refuses, which she will, so basically refuse. So we'll put him at the B tier. No, let's put him at A. Mainly because of how many freaking crimes this dude has committed. Pain and Panic. They don't really have much of a plan. They're sidekicks at the very best. They failed in their attempt to try to kill the kid, but they did make Hercules like a demigod, so Not a total loss. Power-wise, they can shapeshift. It's okay. Intimidation, barely. They're going here. Hades. He's a good... To me, his main goal is to rule of Olympus, but in myths, that wasn't exactly true. So technically speaking, he wants to rule Olympus, or basically have people... He just wanted to be stop being under his brother's shadow. That's kind of understandable considering Zeus is a big top jerk. And in myths, this is technically true. He's like, he cheats on his own wife, Hera, so... Yeah. Zeus isn't all that innocent either, but in Hercules, we don't know that. As far as... So, he tries to kill Hercules. He tries to get all of his pieces in a row. So he's trying to do all these things. Comes up short. He does end up trying to make a deal with Hercules, so he does have some persuasive skill. I would put him personally at a B. Okay, this guy was a centaur, and he was kind of annoying, kind of a jerk, but he does have like strength beside it because of the freaking size he is. So power is like overall strength because of how tall and how big he is. Plan, well, to swoon over Megara. Honestly, let's put him on a D. Cause power-wise, he's got strength. Intimidation factor. Personally, for me, I would be very intimidated by him. Put him here. Yeah. Plan I think we covered. Intimidation. I think we covered. I think we're good. And this is technically a dragon. Hydra's going up in B because the key factor here is that Hydra heads. You cut one off to take its place, making it very difficult to try to kill off Hydra at all. Just saying. The giant Cyclops from Hercules. I mean, mainly each of their between this guy and the Hydra, both their plans was to kill Hercules. Hydra did at least make it a very difficult fight. The Cyclops had a bit of assistance because of Hades' deal with Hercules, so he just had a good time. But when Hercules' strength came back, he didn't have much influence. He didn't have much strength over that because his size was too tall, which made it a problem for him to do much of anything. While Hercules' small size was an advantage to him. That also means that power-wise, he has strength. Master plan was to kill Hercules, didn't happen. As far as intimidation goes, I'd say right up there with the River Spirit. The Titans together make it very difficult, and each of them have elements that kind of either contrast or complement each other. and they're technically like Zeus's, like they're technically like the older siblings of the gods of Olympus. Because all Zeus did was just to seal them away. So their plan was probably to destroy Olympus, or no, it was to kill Zeus. So we'll put him right here. Yeah, I think right here. Rory. Alright. Shan Yu. He has a freaking army behind him. Oh, thank you for the second superhero. Oh, you're in a ad. Hi, Alex. Thank you for the second superhero. How is your day going? I am doing my tier list. I will definitely take pictures and I will put it in the Discord. Sorry, I fell asleep from here now. Cool. Are you able to get in a voice call and join me? If not, totally up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to rest your voice, totally fine. I'm just offering. Didn't get to go shopping. Oh, why not? Oop. I keep doing that. I keep doing that. Forgot we're in display mode. At least didn't show much. Alright. I'm not able to. We have kids here. Gotcha. That's fine. Why isn't this working? Like, I think the TTS is like faulty. So, yeah, I don't mind showing this. It's not really that much.
We had to play babysitter with them.
Ah, okay. Just to recap, I am doing a tier list of Disney villains based off of off of 3 different categories and probably more. One being that their power, whether it be political, whether it be just overall strength, whether it be smarts, however you determine their power slash skill set, whatever, that's what it is. 2, intimidation slash reputation. Meaning whatever makes them intimidating or their reputation. If it's high. Cool. Think I know who I want. One sec. There we go. Awesome. So, power, reputation slash intimidation, and their overall master plan. Shan Yu's master plan is to take over China. Because he represents the Huns and he wants to conquer China. He almost succeeds. He couldn't really rest peacefully because they made too much noise. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Why doesn't it work? So. And you're welcome to give your input, Alex. I am happy for any ears. So we have so far S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. But F is far forgotten for too long. And this is just who I'm picking up and sorting right now. So I'd say power-wise, he's got an army behind him. Not only that, he is strong and pretty skillful with a sword. Not to mention, he has some strategy and some... he has some strategy behind him, so he's a pretty good leader, as well as knowing when to maneuver and adapt. I really love Ursula as a villain. That's why I kind of put her on A. Because she's kind of like this... She's a witch, but she's from the sea. She's a dark fairy, but, you know, they're both, like, powerful. The one's from the sea, the other's from the land. Shan Yu. I'd say overall, he goes into B tier. Sabor the Leopard. Leopards, I think, are pretty fast. And this one's pretty ruthless. Not to mention, he did try... Sabor tried to kill Tarzan. So we'll put him at a C because it caused so much pain to many people. Have we done a Stardew character tier list? No. Do you want to do that at some point? Because there's a lot of villains, and I think we're close to the end. And I've been streaming for about 2 hours, so I'm pretty good with just doing this tier list and then wrapping it up. So. Learning to listen. We should at some point. Okay. Alright, this dude. Fantasia 2000. This guy, that is a particular love story. He wants to fall in love with a ballerina. Wait, he wants a ballerina to fall in love with him. I don't know why, he just does. He tries to get rid of the toy soldier because he is technically he doesn't have the other foot. We can. I'll let you know what, but we can. So, his plan is just mainly to get somebody to fall in love with him, to get the ballerina to fall in love with him. Intimidation, not much. And power-wise, he's big and has got strength. That doesn't really mean much, and he is technically a toy.
Hey,
D.
Cole.
Hi, Cole. Welcome back. Alright. So far, all my tier list of overall Disney villains. Pretty much like the best Disney villains, judging by their power, whether it be physical, whether it be magical, whether it be mental.
Had practice and ordered 20 worth of McDonald's.
Nice. So basically, power, intimidation, or reputation, and master plan. From this, Maleficent is in S
I
tier.
have a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. A tiers, we got Ursula, Horned King, Jafar, Scar, and Frollo. B, we got Queen Grimhild, aka Evil Queen, the Coachman from Pinocchio, Cinnabog from Fantasia. From Ichabod Crane is the Headless Horseman. Also in B, we have Captain Hook, Clayton, Gaston. The Hyenas, Hades, Hydra, the Titans, and Shan Yu. As for C, we have Lady Tremaine, also known as Evil Stepmother, Corella DeVille, the puppet show guy from Pinocchio. He's really a jerk and a businessman. Not really much. The mops or brooms from Fantasia 2000. Ursula isn't even a villain. She did tactically try to take over the kingdom. Due to legal standards, she may have completed a contract. She still technically tried to usurp the throne. That still technically makes her a villain. Check in me. Thank you! I swear TTS is just not doing it. It's not. It makes me sad. Like, I have to look every once in a while. TTS, come on, get with the program. Alright, we're mentioning, so, yeah, mop or broom from Fantasia 2000. Anastasia, Drusilla, Queen of Hearts, specifically Queen of Hearts, not the Red Queen. That's a different story. Shere Khan, the one poacher dude from The Rescuers Down Under. Ratigan, Sykes from Oliver and Company. Radcliffe, Governor Radcliffe, that one River Sea Guardian Centaur, the Cyclops, and Sabor the Leopard are all in C tier. D tier, technically Zeus, because I think this guy's
They let
from
Ariel
Fantasia.
get married while being like 16 yet when she signs a contract, then she has a villain tears of joy. Leave my girl alone, LUL.
Okay, technically speaking, Ursula, like, there's no one to blame for signing and not reading a contract than Ariel. That doesn't make her a villain, that just makes her stupid. She's 16, falls in love, does the stupidest thing that anyone would do probably her age if they didn't have, like, at least some common sense. And let's take into a factor, she's a princess. That runs away a lot, that wants to know more about the human world, probably pays attention to anything she learned in the palace. So, Ariel's pretty much what I would call a dunce for not reading the contract. It's not Ursula's fault that Ariel didn't frickin' read the contract right. It still makes her a villain that she technically talked her into it. And also she was planning to use her from the start. She also takes a Triton, basically rules the sea, causes probably thunderstorms, tsunamis, and a whirlpool at some point. At least a thunderstorm and a whirlpool. She also she also uses the contract to trick Trident. So she did, technically under standards, used Ariel's, let's say, oblivious nature and also her super deep need to be with her loved one, with her crush. She used pretty much Ariel's desperation to be a human against her, and also signing that contract was a gateway for Ursula to make her have an opening for trying to take her Ariel's place, taking pretty much the crown and the Triton away from him, technically making her a villain. Any other questions? Then let Eric fall in love with her voice as well. That is true, Alex. That is true. Not gonna lie, I think Queen of Hearts should have been higher. She maintained high power and would have kept it. Oh, if Alice didn't show up. That's true. That's true, Cole. It's not set in stone. This is just where I'm placing them on the moment. You can argue with that. But now that I think about it, you do have a point. Bottom line, she's the Little Mermaid. She's my favorite. Satoru, thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh. Hashtag get a load of this. I love that. Satoru, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? If you need to do any after stream stuff, be my guest. I technically had a tab open for you, dude. Because that's what I do. I like to lurk in people's chats. So. Anyways, hello everybody. My name is Supercat. I'm technically a variety streamer.
My favorite Disney movie was The Lion King. I do need to make dinner, and God, I hate egg viper failfish.
Egg viper? Is that this? Egg viper. Is that this guy? There's like a few characters I don't remember their names very well.
Also, is the talk to chat broken or SM thin?
Technically, yes. Every once in a while it just doesn't. It's like it chooses whether it wants to say what you want or not. And it's very annoying. So yeah, I am basically doing a tier list today. Those of you that don't know, there was a challenge, they met the challenge, and now we're here. We're doing these based off of three things.
The final boss of Sonic S Story, it wasn't he in reference to the tier list, my bad.
Oh. That's... Oh! That's right, you were playing, some older Sonic games. I forgot, I caught a brief glimpse of your stream for a bit. Or somebody's stream. I think it might have been yours. Anyway.
I know the lava demon thing from Moana should be B tier or higher.
We can go through that. Basically, we're ranking them based off of 3 categories, mainly. You can argue for other things they have done. This is not a permanent list. This is just where I'm placing them at the moment. Based off of power, based off of reputation / intimidation, and their overall master plan. This is the Firebird from Fantasia 2000 in the Firebird section. Technically, the Firebird did destroy an entire forest, causing an overall wildfire. There we go. So I'd say power-wise, pretty strong. Intimidation is a force of freaking nature. Do you really want to play with fire and get burned? No, didn't think so. As far as plan, it's a force of nature. It will just burn. It just wants to destroy. For right now, let's put you at C. Maybe B. We'll put you at B. We'll argue that later. Yzma. Oh my gosh. Alex, if you can hear me, can you redeem the bowl of Crunk, please? Yzma, power. Like I said, she's one of the few Disney villains that is technically an alchemist. Why do I say alchemists? Because they don't have power like these two here. Yzma just makes potions and stuff that turns people into other animals and stuff. So she's technically an alchemist slash a scientist, but she does make contraptions and other things. She's also fashionable. That's a bonus category, is that she does wear different fashions as far as I remember. Funny moments along with smart moves is also part of a bonus category. So as far as plan is concerned, she wants to take over the kingdom. And I don't think anybody really cares nor minds that, because I don't think anybody cared about Cusco to begin with, so that's something. As far as intimidation, I think some intimidation, not a lot. Power, like I said, she's got the vial, she's also pretty smart. I'd say she at least would be in the B tier as well. Maybe even A tier. Because she does go behind Cusco's back, tends to the throne. Which would be a source of, like, smarts or something. I'll put her at A tier for right now. You can argue about. Doesn't she also become the new emperor? That is a good point! She does. The empress, technically. Emperor is for men, empress is for female, and so on and so forth. She, at least, yes, becomes the empress. Because they all believed Cusco's dead, but really he was just turned to a llama. So. That is a good point. I would put that in. That would bump her to that. So. Rourke. Commanding officer, basically a treasure hunter. Tries to take treasure and tries to get rich. But. Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to. Cool. Sorry about that. So let's start with power. Technically, he does, like. He's like the main person in charge. While the rest of his, like, close circle doesn't really, like, side with him. He does technically have a commanding presence. Intimidation factor. I'd say he's in the middle. Some people, like, listen to him, but I don't know if they're intimidated by him exactly. Wait, I take that back. They tend to get a little intimidated because of the fact that he has guns. So, I'd say a little bit. As far as overall plan, is technically a get-rich-quick scheme using their Atlantean crystal, just to make a quick buck. He does commit murder, though, so. Where'd I put you? High C, middle B, maybe? Let's put you in the C. But, like, right here. Like, in between the ladies. got two. He attempts kidnapping. His plan is technically, I think, to take Stitch away. Or maybe kill Stitch. Thank you for the second anti-hero. I think that leaves only second villain left. Oh my gosh, we're getting another almost full? Cool. Where's Morgana from The Little Mermaid 2? The other tier list technically had Morgana. I could technically find it. If I were to put Morgana, let's see. Ursula's here. I would put Morgana here and B tier. She is, yes, the sister of Morgana, which means she's also the sister of Trident. Hi, Matt! We're doing a tier list based off of power, intimidation, / reputation, and master plan. Right now we're sorting or putting we're sorting Captain Gun to power wise he is a commanding officer, but he does go on a solo mission. Whoa, jeez.
Potato, 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 potato. Hey.
Thank you so much for the biddies. Yep. Thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate that so much. Let's see. I'm conflicted. Alright. I need an opinion. Where do I put Captain Gontu? Where do I put this guy? In the meantime, I'm just gonna take a few more of these. Ah! Why'd you do that? Why'd you make things go kablooey? Let's see. I think his overall plan is to kill Stitch, but he did kidnap a child. I feel he is B tier. He doesn't really harm anyone physically other than Stitch, who isn't supposed to be even on Earth. Touche. If he's the one I think he is. Also, he didn't mean to kidnap Lilo. True, but he still did it. I kind of agree. He's also like gigantic and very strong due to his like size.
I am Groot!
Having fun with the having fun with the sound alerts, Matt. Alright. The only thing I can remember, this guy, I don't remember his name, is Spider-Sega.
Always.
Had mac and cheese. Yum! I love mac and cheese. So where do I put Spider-Sicko? Yes, I'm calling him that. Why? Because I can. Let's see. He's technically part spider, part crab, which is an interesting mix. So overall physical, I think he's more agile and movement. So he's got some influence over that. Intimidation? He's a little bit intimidating. But that didn't stop Jim from like trying to pick a fight with him. Not very smart. Power, intimidation, plan. I think his main plan was just to kill freaking Jim. Like, he knew that Jim knew too much. And he also killed Arrow. Like, he killed, like, somebody in his crew that was, like, a second in command. Which takes a bit of guts. Also, I'm getting over a sickness in the process. I remember him. He's B or A. He's very intimidating. He's strength, and he was planned a rebellion against the captain for a while, and either really succeeded or did. Planned a rebellion, yes. He tried to, like, take over, I will say that. I would say nearly succeeded. And I would agree. He's pretty intimidating. If I walked past him, I would be freaking terrified of the guy. Long John Silver. Overall plan. Get to Treasure Planet. Make the biggest, basically, be rich. Spending a lifetime to find the frickin' treasure. But he gave that up at the very end to save Jim, so that means he had to change of heart. I think the next guy isn't bad as the other one. Yeah, I would agree, which will bring it. So, intimidation factor will bring down by a lot, reputation as well. Power-wise, he's a bit, I'd say, in the middle. Honestly, he does take over the ship. He does. I think he did kill somebody in the beginning. I put him in a C for right now. Again, you're all welcome to give your opinions. Right. Alrighty, people. Who remembers their brother Bear lore? I would say C tier or E. He was nearly in A tier, but he protected the good guy.
I don't.
You don't think he's, you don't think what, Alex?
I remember him.
Oh.
He should be E tier.
This guy? He technically is trying to hunt a bear. He was trying to hunt, like, Kenai. He's like, technically his little brother turned into a bear. He was trying to hunt that bear who was little brother. So, big misunderstanding.
No, I don't know him, the one you're about to talk about.
Yeah.
He ISNT intimidating, he has no plan, and he doesn't know the bear is his brother.
Thank you. Summed up very nicely. Well done, Cole. He did technically I will say this. He technically teased his brother, which provoked him to go after the bear. And if it wasn't teasing, he was arguing. Technically, he did kind of jumpstart all of this. I'm putting him to D for that reason alone. Because he did kind of provoke him. Despite his older brother's freaking warnings.
Yeah, but that's usual brother stuff.
True. I will give you that. But it still puts him at D. I put a lot of the jerks in D tier for reasons. Alright. Okay. Has anyone seen Home on the Range?
I wouldn't know, I don't have a proper brother.
I don't have a sibling either, so that's why I also don't know what that's like. But I am very open-minded. I tried to be.
Lol, I have two. They ruined my childhood tears of joy.
Alright. Who remembers what this guy is? I don't remember his name, but I do remember what he did. His actual power is kind of unusual. He can yodel cows.
No clue about him.
Oh, well. Basically, he kidnaps cows and tries to sell them. His main ability, he can hypnotize cows with his yodel. But one cow in particular doesn't seem to work on him.
Me either.
So, my main memory of this is I think he was just trying to get some cows to get rich or something. I don't remember. He was trying to kill. I don't think it was to kill them. I think it was just to bring a bunch of cows and sell them, mark them as his own and whatever. Considering I don't remember that much about him, except maybe his ability, he's only intimidating probably to cows, and he is technically wanted. We'll put him at a D. Like, I don't remember that much. I would have to look up later, but we're all going by memory right now. Let's see, these two from Chicken Little. Oh, this is complicated. This is a complicated one. I wouldn't say they're villains per se at the end, but in the beginning, they. This is hard to explain. Okay then. I'm not gonna explain much about the movie, but power-wise, individually, they have these contraptions that makes them intimidating. So intimidating is high. Like, the starting level is E. This is just an extra tier for, like, if we've forgotten them for too long, they go here. He technically would have gone in here if I didn't remember his freaking ability. They technically have an army behind them. But due to what I remember of the movie and this, it's technically a little much. That's as best as I can describe it. So let's just put you... Let's just put you in E. Let's just put you in E, because you're a little too complicated, and if it's too complicated, you're probably not that much of a villain. Now, okay, this guy is also misunderstood. Technically, it's time travel. Ugh. My most hated thing about time travel is characters try to go back to the past, try to change something. Oh no! Their present has changed. It's like, if you mess with the frickin' past, it changes the future. I hate it when characters don't understand that. It pisses me off. Because then they have to go back into time, pretty much kind of erase their existence if they were even there in the first place, making everything go smooth again. Pretty much have to fix the past in order to make sure the present stays where it is. He's a villain and very intimidating for what happened. Very powerful, but still just a guy. Villain? Yes, because he is technically a villain. But he's one of those jokey villains. He's kind of like... Because remember, the hat's got its own picture. So the hat is technically counted as another villain, according to this person that uploaded all these pictures. He's only powerful because of machines. Exactly. And mind-controlled everyone. Yeah, that's the thing. The hat did all that. But take away the hat, what is he? A dude that tried to get back at the main character. So at most, he's a jerk. So I'd say he's here. The hat-wise, Hat is an evil AI. I would at least put them in A tier. I mean, it's got technology. That's intimidating enough. Also, if the hats are separate, then he's useless. Exactly! He's just a jerk. I'll put him at E. Because he's useless. Because if the hat does most of the work and it's an A tier because it's technically its own evil villain. And it tries to, like, get back at its owner. Tries to take over. So basically, yeah, I'd say intimidation, high. Because AI, scary. Like, you have an AI hat. That's freaking intimidating alone to think about. And power-wise, like I said, technology. And master plan to take over the world. These two aren't even much of a villain. The next one. Oh, these two? They're kind of doofuses. They still broke and entering, try to take a crown. And they still try to help Mother Gothel, so they did try to help, so that puts them at least in D for the jerk territory. Alright. Dr. Facilier. Alright. Power-wise, he's got the power of voodoo. And yeah, that alone is enough to say. Enough said.
Doctor is very powerful.
Yes.
H is okay. And intimidating.
I'm getting conflicting things. So,
Like MGL, I was scared of him when I was a kid.
And that's why he goes a bit higher, because that alone is intimidating. He has power, which also is intimidating. His own master plan, take...
Voodoo hell, no, I'm not messing with that LUL.
My point exactly. Intimidation, high. He messes with frickin' voodoo. Who messes with voodoo? Not me, that's for sure. There's a reason for that. Does it make him... But... Power-wise, yes, he's powerful. Intimidating because of voodoo? Yes.
I am from the ghetto, I don't mess with that shush tea.
His plan is pretty much to be rich, but also made a deal with...
LUL.
He also made a deal with... What's it called? Come on, brain, do the thinking thing. Ah! Like, he made a deal with the other side, his friends. His friends pretty much gave him the power to do that, but at a price.
The ones on the other side.
My point is he A tier or is he S tier? My point is, does he measure up to her? Honestly, let's just put her up there for a reason. She may be the Yeah. He messes with frickin' spirits. Is he an S tier? That's what they technically call his friends on the other side. He calls the spirits his friends.
I think that since his power can be taken away decently easily by not fulfilling the contract, I think A.
Good enough for me. I put Ursula back up here because, again, she turns into like the size of a freaking kraken, if not bigger. She turns into a dragon. I'd say that's about, like, measured up even. Plus, if we take in Descendants, they kind of made it seem like it is. So, if we're gonna go by that logic...
Ursula is kind of confusing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say confusing. I'd say... stronger than you think.
When they're huge, they scary.
Like, duh, yeah. Alright, Mother Gothel. Technically, the only ability she really took from was from the flower that gives her eternal youth. If she just, sings a little song, does that thing once in a while.
Lower.
Oh, great. What?
No LUL. I think she should be like B. Mother Gothel.
Yeah, I agree. She technically did what's called narcissistic parenting. She didn't really care much about Rapunzel, more so her ability to heal and make them young. So,
Mother should be that can be accepted.
yep. She was a bitch, that's for sure. King Candy. Intimidation, when he becomes turbo, high.
She was only caring about herself.
Exactly. Power-wise...
She has no power. The only thing she did was manipulate everyone and is also decently weak and frail.
Technically, yes. She does have smart. She does know how to manipulate. She's pretty skillful at choosing her words. That doesn't make her strong, it just makes her able to talk her way out of a situation. And as far as intimidation, overall plan, well, we already know her overall plan was, we don't need to say it out loud. King Candy, however? Brains, yes. Physical, no. Exactly. King Candy, we're moving on to him now. Power-wise, I'd say he's pretty powerful considering he's like a rogue AI/virus that goes into another freaking game because he wants to be the best all-time racer in the world and took out Vanellope Von Sweets from the roster on purpose. Which is kind of weird, like, if he takes that freaking out of the AI programming, how come the freaking game person that owns the arcade has not even at least checked once? Maybe you just thought, oh, it's working, it's fine, nothing wrong here. Okay, hold up. That too. King Candy should be B or even A. Wreck-It Ralph. Yep. Let's go with B.
I didn't really like it that much, Imo.
That's fair.
He managed to complete strip Princess Penelope of all of her power completely.
Fair. That's fair. That takes a bit of skill and power in itself. So, we'll leave him right there.
However, he is only powerful in that game.
Exactly. Let's also take this into example. If he was in any other game other than racing, he'd be completely useless. He is all about speed. Sonic could probably beat him in a speeding game, but that would be a challenge. That would be a freaking challenge, and he would want to do that. He is all about the thrill of the race. He's about the thrill of speed. Speed is his only thing. He's obsessed with it. So, yeah, we'll put him at B tier. Just because anything else other than racing, he's useless. Weaselton! It's Whistleton! Whatever. If the girl shooter was on here, she would be higher in intimidation. Touché. Right. Alright. Weaselton. Power, barely. Intimidation, non-existent. Overall plan, weak. E. Like, seriously. He's barely anything. Alright. Also, Whistleton was kind of useless. He didn't do much. Exactly. He's E. Like, Pain and Panic at least did something, but they failed in their mission, so they're lower. And they're sidekicks. Like, seriously.
Hans did more than the Duke.
Exactly. And nobody even knew Hans was the villain until at the very end. Until, like, the middle. I wonder how much they had to conceal from people so that twist wouldn't get out. Can you imagine seeing that scene and everybody basically threw their ballistic mind? That's a rare feat to pull in this modern
Now this
age.
guy is pure evil. He nearly stole the entire kingdom and had planned this for a while. Yeah.
Pretty good master plan. Basically, gained the princess's trust, manipulated her, and then pretty much got her. I'd say he goes in the A. Like, he looked like a nice person, and then next minute, oh, I'm the villain, peeps. What about it? Alright. Kubro guy is high power, high intimidation, high intelligence, and a complete psychopath with no emotions. Almost gets her murked. Got her murked her sister. I think you mean he almost kills her, so yes. Alright. Do we argue he's up here? Or just in A? Is he just in A? Do we agree that, yeah, he's S tier? Type S. Put S in the chat if you think he's S tier. No, A. Okay. Just A. Just A. Got it. Alright, Callahan. You think Callahan is B tier? Give me a good reason. Remember, we're ranking on... We're ranking them based off of intimidation, power, plan, and also reputation. That also is right in the same category as intimidation. So we're guessing between B and A. As far as personally, I'd say a B.
Sorry, I'm having delay on my end.
That's fine. Power-wise,
Callahan got outsmarted by kids. His power only comes from the little magnet things, and there is only a certain amount of them.
and he stole that technology from...
Callahan.
Technically, Callahan stole that from from Hero. So really, he just stole somebody else's technology and used it for his own gain. That doesn't put him in A tier. That just puts him in B tier. But like I said, if it was like the mask, it would. This is a special case because it's an AI generated kind of hat. He needs to power this, so technically it's not its own entity. It's technically he uses this as a tool, but that doesn't make him an S tier villain. That just makes him into a B tier. Also has no fashion. Well, if you're gonna go by fashion, the only thing it's useful for is blending into the night, which is kind of useless in the day. So there's your point there. As far as any smart moments, can't think of any. Oh, here we go. Who knows their Zootopia? You know your Zootopia? Shout it out. I was like, nope. Cool. What do we think of President Sheepy here? I know she wasn't technically president, but she might as well have been trying to. She technically
I think she is low B tier, maybe even C tier.
I'd say high C, at least. Like, she tried to... Oh, what's it called? She pretty much tried to put predators in her place, pretty much causing a hate crime. Kind of like this guy over here. And this guy over here by targeting gypsies. Thank you very much. Protest? Well, like, caused it would have caused a hate crime in today's standards. Because he tried to kill the Native Americans to get to the gold. He tried to kill gypsies or push them away. She has no power other than high position in politics. That's what I'm going for. She isn't intimidating. She acted on anger. The only smarter thing she did was turn people against each other. Sheep president. Haha, I see what you did there. High C, then. Kakamora. Who knows their Moana lore? Because we got at least 3 pictures that are technically villains. Or at least that this person thinks. Coconut Man. Yes, Coconut Man. Cold as it seems. I do. I've seen it too many times. Alex, have you seen... I've seen it over 100 times. Okay. Give me your best ranking for all 3 of them. Starting with Kakamora. Because you're better at summarizing all of their things to me. Barely. What they lack in, like... Kakamora have, like, they have big numbers. They're tiny, which makes them kind of annoying. Oh. Starts. Ew. That's going to be in the next 5 minutes. I don't care. Also, ads income, by the way. Not anymore. Not for the next 5 minutes. I wanted to snooze them. So. Power-wise, they have numbers. But... I don't... As a team, the coconuts are very powerful and intelligent. They create a ship that splits it into 3 separate ships. Good point. They have no real intimidation, though so that affects it a bit. They nearly stole the heart, but failed. I'd say the fact that they have pretty high intelligence to make a ship, though they're not exactly that intimidating, and they almost stole it, that makes them a C. Tamatoa. Alright. He did try to beat the crap out of, what's it called? What's his face? Maui. He tried to take the heart to Fiti, but got tricked. Sectopod, look at it. Or Dectopod, look at it. So... Now, the crab. He is opposite. He isn't smart, but very intimidating. He gets outsmarted very easily. He has a lot of strength. That is true. His plan? I don't remember what his plan was, but I would at least put a little bit higher than the Kakamora. There we go. I'm letting Cole take this. You're just like, I'm just gonna sit back here and watch the show, don't mind me. And getting revenge on Maui. Yeah, I did get revenge on Maui.
Because I do know the law.
True.
He is missing a leg though.
True. I'm gonna put Kakamura down to D. Alright. Fire Lady, go. I'm just letting Cole take the wheel on this one. I don't know anything on the last three, so I'm gonna sit back. That's fine. We can rearrange things from like at least C, B, and A. I'm pretty much fine with anything in D or E. I've seen many movies. There's so many movies I've never seen. That's okay. We're just having fun. Because games took over. That's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, ads are gonna start in...
Now Tekka in one form she is very powerful and in the other she is powerful but also intelligent. She hasn't had much of a plan other than make sure people don't get to the island. She is kind of a guardian of her island to make sure no one harms what is left. She recognizes her own heart when Moana shows it and doesn't attack her after that and trusts Moana to give it back, which she does. She shouldn't even be on a villain list.
So we'll put her in E. Now, you all have an ad in about 19 seconds, so we're gonna go on a BRB screen for a sec while you all are in ads. My niece is making me watch Moana 10,000 times coming in clutch. I'm good. How about you? That's weird. Oh, I think the ads are gonna start soon. They should, anyway. Otherwise, this would be very awkward. Still sicky. No, not the sickies. Not the sickies. Oh, there's the ads. Beginning to wonder. Hmm. Let me think.
Yeah, have you tried Montusk something?
Montusk? What the heck are you talking about? I don't know sort there. Just kick stuff that comes with allergies. Oh, you guys are talking about that. Okay. This has been fun. I should do another one of these tier streams soon. But maybe do it on a different day though. I'll make these tier streams a bit more fun. I don't know. But I am getting a bit hungry, so I will be ending soon. Ah. Welcome back. Now, let's sort these two. Yeah, have you tried some Montusk or something? I'm back. Welcome back. Hold on. And no, I've been drinking hot tea. Oh. I need to work on that. Alright. I think this guy is the virus or something for Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet. And again, it's a virus. It does damage, and believe me, I've been through that. I brewed some and I spent time with Cat last night. Yes, you did. It's technically more like a force of nature, but in technology. You can only stop a virus with an antivirus, and viruses can be like rustling. It can be a doozy. But does that make it evil? I'd say they're annoying at best. This was technically brewed from Wreck-It Ralph's own insecurity, main virus, blah blah blah. Nearly destroyed the internet. Actually, I meant to put you down here. So we'll put you up here. If we're both free, Cat, want to play Stardew later? Sure. I may want to check in with Tori and see what she's doing, because they were playing Stardew earlier, so I want to see. But we'll see. Anyway, let's start with A. We got Horn King. We got Jafar. We got Scar. We got Frollo. We got Yzma. We got the Hat. We got Frollo. Not Frollo. Sorry. Facilier. Wrong feeling with that name. And Hans. Do we agree or disagree with any of these here? Should one of them be a little bit more towards the front or more towards the back? Alex agrees. Cole, do you agree? Because we're confirming only these three. I don't care what. Anything in S, fine. Anything in D or E, fine. Going once. Going twice. And we're moving on to B. Alright. For B, we have Evil Queen, Green Grimhild, the Coachman from Pinocchio, the Demon Guy from Fantasia. I think that some is off. Who do you think is off from A? Do you think they need to be forward, backward, or up level, down level?
Hans is staying in the...
Hans is staying in A. You let me know.
I can
Cole.
see the first one. Who is that?
That's the Horn King from the Black Cauldron. If you haven't seen the Black Cauldron, don't worry about it. I'm gonna announce people in B. Queen Grimhild, Coachman, Demon from Fantasia, Headless Horseman from Ichabod Crane, Captain Hook, Clayton, Gaston, Hyenas, Hades, Hydra, Titans, Shan Yu, Queen of Hearts, Firebird, Gone 2, Spider Seiko. I'm just using that for right now. Mother Gothel, King Candy, and Callahan. I don't know who that is, so I can't judge it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Technically, Black Cauldron was from like an earlier days of Disney. I'd say maybe the 80s. It was in like the dark Renaissance period of Disney, so don't be surprised if you don't know who the heck that is. It is basically like in the deep depths of Disney lore. Basically, if you've watched it, like me, you probably have a bit of class. But it's also one of... Critics didn't like this so much. Then again, the
So
critics.
Black Cauldron is for boomers.
X generation. Generation X, I think. Could be wrong. I need to look that up again. But anyway, anyone in B? Do we agree? Disagree? Forward? Backward? Up? Down? What? $1985. Wow, I actually guessed it was in the 80s. Thank you for looking that up. Queen of Hearts should be up. Make a case. Why? Callahan lowered. So you think Callahan should be in C? Okay, give me reasons on both before I move them. Just gonna wait because he's gonna do some typing. Don't mind me, I'm just jamming. We're just having a little dance break. No, not you. Not you, me. I need to hydrate. Take some. Better? Jeez. Alright. Well, Queen of Hearts had a high intimidation, made the people too afraid to even make a comment about her. She has a high power and maintained it for years. She only lost her power when Alice came in and beat Jabberwocky. She also has good fashion. That's technically the live action. But I'm going to accept it anyway. Because either way, that is still true. It is still true. Sure, the Jabberwocky thing is more live action, but it's still true in technical original lore of Alice, even though it is kind of weird.
And
Yeah,
for
that's
Callahan, he acts out purely on emotions, steals someone else's inventions for their evil goods, gets outsmarted by kids, and plans something poorly. Hi, Diablo.
Yep, Diablo says hi. Alright, now let me think. You said Callahan lower, Queen of Hearts up. Honestly, you make a really good, solid case for both. So, anyway, anything else? Anyone else? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. And we're moving on to C. For C, we have Miss President Sheep, or Miss Political Sheep. That's a bad pun. Lady Tremaine, Rourke, Cruella de Vil, the show dude from Pinocchio, Broom or Mop from Fantasia, and also technically Fantasia 2000, because it's a popular one. It was called Sorcerer's Apprentice. We have Drusilla and Anastasia. Shere Khan, the poacher from Rescuers Down Under. Not gonna lie, I think stepsisters should be C. They're just bullies with no powers or anything. They are in C. They're gonna stay there. Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective. Sykes from Oliver and Company.
Oh
Governor.
wait, I thought I was looking at B.
It's fine. Governor John Warwick. Governor. The Centaur, River Centaur, whatever his name is. Cyclops, Sabor, Long John Silver. What's his freaking name? Tamatoa. Virus, and then Callahan. Do we agree? Disagree? Do they need to be higher? Do they need to be lower? I think the crab is higher than stepsisters. We'll put the stepsisters, like, in the back of the line. That way it'll be a bit easier. Alright, anything else? Are we good? Are we satisfied? Yeah, that works. Cool. Those are bullies. They should go to the back of the line. Technically, this guy should also be, like, right here. Alright. Go. Alright. Going once. Going twice. And last chance to get any of these higher or lower. Going 3 times. And we are moving on. I'm not gonna name these two because I don't want to. There's anyone you see in here from either of these tier lists. We don't count these. Okay? Anyone from these 2 tiers that should be higher or lower, speak now, forever hold your peace. Sorry about that, everybody. Tech is an awkward one. What do you mean, tech? Oh. Urtica. She has everything but motive. The lava demon. Oh. We can put her a little higher, considering she does do some damage. Let's move her higher. It just makes her a little protective, but also a jerk at the same time. Like, somebody stole your heart. Wouldn't you be a little bit apprehensive of people too? And kind of lash out a little bit? She only attacks because she doesn't really know. True. Alright. Anything else? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Sold. Yes. I'm only gonna take pictures from here up. I don't know who any. I haven't seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I don't know who this is in Bambi, or I don't know if it's related to Bambi too, so nope. I can't even tell who this is, nor who that is, and I don't even know who this is, so. These do not count. They're in the forgotten tier. As in the, I don't know who you are, get out of my tier list. I think that's Bambi's dad. Okay, I don't remember much about Bambi. I don't remember why I remember. Probably because of the scene. So, either way, this is what we got. Let's take you out of this. Yep.
From everything.
He was
Bambi's dad was just kind of a deadbeat.
He was basically sheltering his son and everything, I think.
Yeah.
So, do we put him in the D tier? Or as I call it, the jerk list? Do we put him in the jerk tier?
Yeah, jerk list.
Okay, jerk list it is.
I think he does come back, I believe.
You make a valid point. Alright. This... There you go. This is our tier list. Minus this. So, this is the tier list. What if I could put these back? Can't. Just gonna delete that row. There we go. Cool. I think. Okay. Well, I think that completes that for tier list. Well, this was fun. Basically, 3 hours to sort all of those characters. Jeez. When I know how to do something, I know how to do it well. Oh my freaking gosh. Okay. Alrighty then. So, as much as I had fun doing this, I appreciate everybody for putting the challenge for this stream to happen. There will be more. I'm planning on doing one challenge every month. You can give suggestions on what these challenges could be in my Discord in the suggestions section, because it's always nice to have my community at least give me ideas. And I'm only one person, so there's that. One person with a crow. Happy. Jeez. Starting to think you're more demanding than Grogu over here. That's his way of saying, and don't you forget it. Call at some point. We're going to do do character tier list. I don't know when though. Ooh, can I give lore on all of them?
I know some lore.
I believe so too. We'll talk about this probably on the Discord. Maybe in like the game section or something. I think this is a perfect time to raid, because I'm hungry, I need some food, and it's about dinner time for me, so time to go eat. So, I know exactly who we're going to raid.
I also know that they have different texts monologues for the other genders.
Ooh.
Yeehaw.
Anyway, we're gonna go raid Tori, because Tori is on playing a spooky game, and we're going to say hi. Go over, raid, say hi. Alright, so. Alright. Tomorrow will be more Persona. And I'm not streaming Wednesday or Thursday, mainly so I can get some things done around the house and prepare for Friday and Saturday streams. So I will be doing a lot of checking in with people, making sure, all that stuff. So I've been Super Cat. Let's go say hi to Tori, and I can go eat. So bye. Thank you very much. Peace.